paths towards self-determination. Before we do the adoption of the agenda, I'd like to welcome the journalism students that are here tonight. This is the most members of the public we've had, I think, since pre-pandemic. So welcome to Inuvik Town Council. Item number 2, adoption of the agenda. I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Gallons, Councillor Alexis. Any discussion, additions? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion is carried. Item 3, declaration of conflict of interest or pecuniary interest. Anyone? Item 4, delegations, presentations, or petitions. There's nothing listed. No. Item 5, public question period. Any questions? None?
One.
Okay, if you want to move up to the microphone, please. And introduce yourself. Oh. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Julie Beaver. I'm one of the students with the Journalism Training Initiative program here in the 4 weeks. Thank you for having us. So my question is to all the elected officials of the town council, what steps are you taking to ensure the truth and reconciliation calls to action are being implemented?
We have adopted the agenda of the Truth and Reconciliation Committee, and we made a formal motion doing that. So we are taking proper steps.
Is there any, do you have any examples that you've
Offhand, the land acknowledgement is one of them.
Right.
There are a number of other ones, but I can't list them offhand. SAO, do you have any information on that?
Well, I was with the last council when it came and it was adopted. There was, I think, five items that came out of it, out of that regarding municipalities and that, and we are, with recognition, we were already doing most of them prior to it. There was no formal thing other than the big one was the land acknowledgement. Other than that, we worked together with various indigenous groups as required and as necessary for different consultations, etc. But it was with the prior council. There was a lot of work done on and presented.
Right, so just another comment, I guess, just with the UNDRIP being passed by the premiers in NWT on March the 30th, which kind of goes hand in hand with this. Has there been any discussion about that since then?
Good. That's who's asking the elected.
He's the smart one.
Not necessarily, but again, we've looked, we are studying it because now that it has been, it just was the recognition. I'd have to go back in the records. I believe the previous council again had discussed it and looked at it, and we will be looking at it again. I'll be presenting to council. It could be under the strategic priorities as they look at the strategic plan, just to see now that it's been formally adopted by the GNWT, then the next step would be, from our point of view, is looking at the exact wording. I have to be honest, I haven't looked at the whole document yet.
Okay.
We just got notice of it recently.
I do understand that what they have adopted right now is, I guess, a working document. There are some items in there the government and indigenous groups disagree with. So they've got to iron those out before there's a formal document that we can actually review.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you for coming. Moving on, item 6.1, adoption of the minutes of the March 20th and 22nd, 2023 council meeting. I need a mover and a seconder. Counselor Alexis and Counselor Devlin. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion's carried. Item 7, the actions items list. Any comments? You don't need a motion for that? New business, item 8.1. Request for council decision on the CPI funding agreement. Each year, the GNWT provides funding for capital expenditures. Part of the agreement, council must make a motion to approve the funding for fiscal 2023. The amount of the contribution agreement is $1,854,000,000. Would be nice if that was a million. And the suggested motion is be it resolved that the Inuvik Town Council hereby approves the contribution agreement with the GNWT for community public infrastructure funding in the amount of $1,854,000. I need a mover and a seconder if you agree. Councillor Devlin and Councillor Harder. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion's carried. 8.2, contribution agreement with the GNWT for operations and maintenance funding. This year, the amount is $2,689,000, which is an increase of $42,000 over last year. The motion is be it resolved, the Inuvik Town Council hereby approves the contribution agreement with the GNWT for O&M funding in the amount of $2,688,000. I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Downs and Councillor Alexis. Any discussion? Councillor Devlin.
I'm just curious about how those numbers are come up with. Is it just straight formula when they talk about an increase of 42,000? We know just with inflation that doesn't cover anything covered at all with what we're anticipating. So is this just straight formula based, or is there any opportunity to go back? I don't want to rock any boats here, but I'm just wondering about the process. Thank you.
Ms. Aylward.
So all three of the funding amounts, it starts out with the GNWT with their budget. They allocate so much for the funding. And then they do have three policies, one for each of them, that it's a formula based that we've revised actually in 2014. And there's a working group that I'm a member of right now. They're looking at the water and sewer one, expanding it. The short answer is it is a formula. We have no.
Okay.
Sure.
Any other comments? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion's carried. 8.3, contribution agreement with the GNWT for water and sewer funding. This year, the amount is $1,385,000. Motion will be resolved. The Inuvik Town Council hereby approves contribution agreement with the GNWT for water and sewer funding in the amount of $1,385,000. I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Devlin and Councillor Harder. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion's carried. 8.4. Utility door replacement blocks 28, 50, and 51. Tender closed on March the 16th. Only one bid was received from Beaufort Mechanical Services Limited for $2,637,140 plus an owner's contingency of $250,000 for a total estimated price of $2,887,140. This is under our capital budget, which was $3,325,000. However, engineering fees will probably come out to $296,000, but overall, the project is expected to be at or under budget. The suggested motion, if you approve, is be it resolved, the Inuvik Town Council hereby awards the utility replacement block 2850 and 51 tender contract to Beaufort Mechanical Services Limited for the tender price $2,887,140. I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Wayman and Councillor Alexis, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion's carried. 8.5. Water treatment plant beam installation. Tender closed March 16th. Well, again, one bid was received. Beaufort Mechanical Services, $134,120, which was under budget. Budget was $135,000. The suggested motion is be it resolved to do Inuvik Town Council hereby awards the water treatment plant hoist rails and column relocation tender contract to Beaufort Mechanical Services Limited for the tendered price of $134,120. I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Devlin and Councillor Wayman. Any discussion? All those in favor? Motion's carried. Eight point six is the land inventory report. Council had, as part of the strategic priorities chart, requested a land inventory report. No financial implications. As part of the strategic priorities chart for information purposes only. And not to be used for financial sales figures. I imagine you've had a chance to read this over. I would hope. So the suggested motion is be it resolved, the Inuvik Town Council hereby accepts the land inventory report and directs administration to remove the item from the strategic priorities chart. Any discussion? I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Gowans. And a seconder. Councillor Harder. Any discussion? All those in favor? Motion's carried. 8.7, appointments to the 2023 Municipal Board of Revision scheduled to be held at 10 a.m. on Thursday, May 11th. The motion is be it resolved that pursuant to the Property Assessment and Taxation Act S 3031 CB 10 RSNWT, the Inuvik Town Council hereby appoints Donald Fisher to the 2023 Municipal Board of Revision at an honorarium of $100 per half day and $150 per full day. I need a mover and a seconder. Oh, Councillor Harder and Councillor Devlin. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion's carried. We have no bylaws. Item 10, Department Head Reports, Economic Development Report. I need a mover and a seconder. Councillor Gowans and Councillor Alexis. Any discussion? Thank you, Jackie. Job well done again. And all those in favor? Motion's carried. Protective Services Report. Mover and seconder, please. Councillor Wayman. Councillor Gowans. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion's carried. 10.3 financial report. Mover and seconder. Counselor Devlin. Counselor Alexis, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Motion's carried. Capital projects report. A mover and a seconder. Counselor Wayman. Counselor Harder, any discussion? All those in favor? Motion's carried. Community services report. A mover and a seconder, please. Counselor Gallons and Counselor Harder, any discussion? All those in favor? Motion's carried. Item 11, information items, we have strategic priorities chart. Any discussion? 11.2, we have various research projects from the Aurora Research Institute. And then item 12, council concerns. Any concerns tonight? Seeing none. We have no in-camera items. We need a motion to adjourn. Counselor